So hello everybody, if you are new here to my channel, my name is Alyssa. I am a published author, and so I post a lot of writing videos on this channel as well as reading videos. I love to participate in reading challenges. I love to post my book reviews on here, and I also post a lot of book hauls like I will be today. If you have been here for a while, you probably know that I'm a huge fan of Book Outlet. This website has such great deals on books. If you are a budget shopper, you will love this website. Honestly, I end up making probably 2 orders a month off of Book Outlet. On average, I probably buy about 15 books from them a month. So I definitely have way more books on my physical TBR than I'm probably reading within a month. However, I did want to talk to you guys about these 7 that I just ordered from them. Super excited about these. They do span over quite a few genres, so I do feel like I should have something for everybody in here, so hopefully you're able to find something that interests you. And with that, let's jump into the video. The first 2 books I wanted to talk about are actually by the same author, and I didn't realize this until the books arrived, but these are both by Simone St. Clair, who I have not read anything from before. Silence for the Dead is more of a gothic horror novel, whereas The Haunting of Maddie Clare is more of a ghost horror or a ghost thriller. A brief synopsis for The Haunting of Maddie Clare: essentially it sounds like this woman is hired by a temporary agency to go work with this obsessed ghost hunter and look into the death of Maddie Clare. That's kind of all I know. It sounds like she's haunting the property of wherever they visit. I am really excited to jump into this one. And then regarding Silence for the Dead, it sounds like our main character in this book actually falsifies her work experience to try to work at this hospital. And then it sounds like as she's working there, she's discovering that there is more of a dark past to the hospital or property than she was initially expecting. So I'm really excited to jump into both of these. I will say the premise of both just really intrigued me. So I'm really curious to see if I like her writing. And both of these I did purchase the paperback copies for. Next up is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I still have not had a chance to read an Emily Henry book. I do have People Who Met on Vacation. I believe that's the title. I have that on my physical TBR right now. This book actually got worse ratings than that book. It's still a very decently rated book. However, the premise of it just really intrigued me. I really do feel like I'll like Emily Henry's writing just based on the recommendations of others. So I am really excited to jump into this one. It seems like a very cute contemporary romance. And then again, I did purchase this as a paperback. The next book I purchased that I wanted to talk about is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I did purchase the first book in this series, which I believe is Love on the Brain, in my last book haul order. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here so that you can click on it. But this is the second book in a trilogy, and I'm really excited to jump into this one. I haven't started reading the series yet. However, I wanted to have the second one on hand because I did love Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I know her writing can feel very addicting to me, and so I wanted to make sure I had the second one on hand before I start the first one. The next book I purchased is An Education in Malice, and this I think got more controversial ratings on Goodreads, I'll say. I don't think it was consistently across the board 4s and 5s. I think it was quite a mix. So I am curious to jump into this one. My understanding is that it may be a sapphic romance, and I think that the main character goes off to school, kind of a dark academia vibe, and ends up being rivals with the romantic interest. That's really all I know about this one. This is by S.T. Gibson, and I did purchase this in a hardcover. I will say I'm a huge fan of the art on the cover. I just think it's super beautiful, and I'm super excited to display it on my bookshelf. I also purchased Darling Girl, which is probably one of the lesser known books that I purchased from this list. I've been looking for a lot of Peter Pan adaptations or inspired works. Peter Pan was one of my favorite stories growing up. So it really resonates with me when I read these adaptations, and I absolutely love to see what authors have done with the original story. So I'm not totally sure of the genre of this one. I thought it was more of a general fiction. However, when I was reading the synopsis, it sounds like it's more of a mystery, maybe thriller. So I am curious to get into this one. The author is Liz Mikulski. And the synopsis does say that she drew a lot of inspiration from Peter Pan. However, it sounds like this book explores themes of motherhood, grief, aging, and sacrifice. Her daughter is in a compromised state of health and essentially disappears. When her daughter disappears, it sounds like she knows that Peter Pan is responsible, and beyond that, we don't really get much more from the synopsis. So I'm really curious to explore and read this one. Be sure to subscribe because I do post reading wrap-ups every month, and when this gets on my TBR, I will be reviewing it in one of those videos. And we're already at the last book of the book haul, but this is The Lost Village by Camilla Sten. This is a thriller. It does sound like basically this woman has a maybe personal interest in this village where a lot of disappearances have occurred. I've heard that it's similar in essence to the Blair Witch Project. I think our main character is actually a documentary maker. I'm really curious to see how this book reads since I've only ever watched the Blair Witch Project. I did enjoy it. I haven't seen it in quite a few years, but I'm really curious to see what I think about this one. And this one does fall under the horror thriller genre. That wraps up this book haul. Thank you guys for watching if you made it to this point. I do have a coupon code if you are interested. If you're making your first order off of Book Outlet and you use the link below, you will get $5 off your purchase of $25 or more. This is not sponsored, but I do get a coupon for my own book purchase when you purchase books through the link below. So we're both feeding our habits if you use the link below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more book hauls like this. Thank you guys for watching.